Hi guys, welcome to our channel, and if you're new here, my name is Leia and I am Filipina. I am married to an American. His name is Gary, and we've been together for over 4 years now, and we get married 2.5 years ago, and we also got two beautiful kids. Their name is Bless and Gracie, and in this video, I want to share with you how I met my wonderful husband and share with you our love story. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so before I met my husband, I used to be a single mom. I have one daughter, her name is Bless, and now she's 5 years old. I met her father when I was in my high school, and we both really young back then, and I'm still young. And sadly happened like he had a surgery. The same time I found out I was pregnant, and I decided to fly to Manila to look for a job, and I ended up working with my mom. I ended up working as a cook while I was pregnant. I was 6 months pregnant and I quit my job. I ended up staying with my brother in Las Piñas in Manila. And I tell you what, it wasn't easy. Pregnancy, my pregnancy journey wasn't easy. It was really hard for me, especially like I have a doctor checkup and I'm just the one to go and do it. And it's heartbreaking for me to see other women pregnant that being with their partner, and I'm wishing that my partner was with me that time. And until I give birth just with my sister-in-law. So it was really hard. And anyway, when my baby was only 1 month old, my partner passed away from our province, so he never seen our daughter. And if you want to know the story, you can look back to my previous video. I actually done a video sharing how we met and how he died at very young age. He was 21 years old. So anyway, let's go back to our topic. So when my baby turned 8 months, I decided to look for a job, and I asked my mom if she could watch my baby Bless, and she agreed with it, and she ended up watching Bless. And I switch. I do work, and I end up working as a nanny in a Chinese family, and it was really difficult for me being a mom. My baby was only 8 months, and they were both not ready to be away to each other, and we both really close back then. And like I was a mom, I also a dad to her, so I was really attached to her. So I've been through a depression in my first week in my work. I can't sleep in a night, and yeah, and all. And until I get used to it, I adjust. And after my first boyfriend, I never get into relationship with a Filipino again. Although there are some have online communication, but I saw nice. I told them that I am single mom. They just lost interest, and some of them will just ghost me. And one of actually there was one Filipino that he knows that I am a single mom. He still wants to call me, and he was from our province as well, so I already know him and a little bit. And he was also a friend of my brother, and he was working in a same building as me because our boss was relatives. And he was working in a grocery store, and I was a nanny, so sometimes we've seen each other. And one time he asked me if he could court me. He said he likes me and all that. So that time I was not so sure about it because I don't take the Filipino guy seriously then. And I was like, there's no way that there's a Filipino wanna accept me and my child wants to be responsible with my kid. So I don't really take it seriously. And I said, you know what, I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a month to show your effort. If you really want me, you can show your effort. You can prove me that you're really serious. And yeah, he was okay with it. I actually give him a time, I'll say yes in that date. So let's see. So he's okay. So after that, he doesn't really show any effort, and I was really observing about his attitude. And I was so careful back then. As I become a mom, become a mom, I become mature, and I was really careful when I get into a relationship because I have a little girl. I had to protect her, and I don't see any effort. He was just like saying sweet words, like, you know, I, if he thinks sweet words is an effort, I don't count it. So I also found like a lot of red flags from him. The worst red flag I found out from him was we had this coworker. She's working in the same store with him, and one time they had an argument. I'll check my microphone. Okay, it's working. They had an argument, and that time they had an argument many times, by the way, with their job, and this time he was really pissed off with her, and he actually hurt her physical, like kick her. And as soon as I found out that he did that, I was like so disappointed, and I can't believe he did that. And back then I was really praying. I said, God, please give me a sign if this guy is really right for me, and if he's really the one. And after he did that, I was like, you know what? This is the prayers, answered prayers. This is the answer. Clearly, this guy is not the guy that I want to be with. You know, can you imagine being with someone that can physical abuse you? Oh my God, that's horrible. So I was like, after that, I was ignoring him and I lost my interest in him. And until we get to the date that I promised that I'm going to say yes, and he was like, you know, oh, so this is the day you promised that we're gonna be officially girlfriend and boyfriend. And I was like, I was in my mind, I was like, are you joking? I was just being honest with him. I just told him that, you know what, you're not the guy I want to be with, and I don't like attitude. And I think he already know what I meant. That, you know, I found out that he is abusers. And yeah, he was actually pissed off because he said I waste his time. So you know, I really believe that God was really guiding me that time, and He wants me to realize this guy is not for me. I'm just gonna ruin my life if I'm going to have a relationship with him so clearly. Anyway, after that experience, I went to a dating site that called Stantan. I found this dating site on Facebook. I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw it, and I installed it. And my first few days experience in Tantan was not so fun. I am not aware because that was my first time to be in a dating site, and I was really surprised. There's some scammers, posers. They would use other people's picture, and some of them would send their picture of their banana. Oh my gosh! And also some of them, they would do video call and do. Oh, that was, oh gosh. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that, but anyway, that was crazy, and I almost gave up. I said, you know what, maybe this is not the right place to look for the good guy. And I almost gave up. I'm so glad I didn't, and I give it a chance. I just don't use the time like I used to spend a lot of time on that dating site. I just lose yet less. And one time I was scrolling and I saw Gary's picture, and I was like, oh, he looks good. He looks high. And you know, and I said that time, you know what, maybe I'm not lucky with the Filipino. I'll try this one, okay? So I did add him, and by the way, I did mention this in one of my interview, and people say negative about it because I did the first move. I mean, if you're in the dating site, if you saw someone that you like, you're attracted to, why not add him? Yeah, I don't think it's a negative. So if you think so, it's okay. Anyway, Gary accepted it and he said hi. Oh my God, I can't believe he said hi, and I responds the next day because I don't have time and I wasn't so sure if he's real because some of them, as I said, I hadn't experienced that a poser, they would use other picture, you know, other people's picture. So I had a doubt. So, but I replied the next day, and he replied again the next day because he was busy also back then. We both busy, and Anyway, until I was one night, I was putting the baby in sleep, and also maybe he was free that time. He was responding so quickly, so we had a chance to say a lot of stuff like getting to know each other. And he asked my WhatsApp account, and I don't have a WhatsApp account that back then. And I made one just to communicate with him, and that's when it started our love story. We asked to do video call, and a lot of pressure for me because I'm not confident when it comes to my English. I have very little English, and in it's okay in the chat, but in a video call you had to answer right away. In the chat you can just translate it to English if you don't know the stuff, and you can Google it. And I used to. So when we're doing video call, we're doing many times we had a video call, and until we decided to meet. And we actually you know what, I'm gonna continue in a minute. I'll look if it's raining. Oh gosh, guys, I just took my laundry in because it's raining. It's raining again. I can't believe it. Anyway, when we had our conversation on WhatsApp, we had video call many times, get to know each other. That's where we decided to make a schedule to meet. And I was so scared back then, and I asked my mom, my friend, their opinion about it. I told my mom, I had this foreigner I communicate online, and he wants to meet me. And my mom was really scared. I can't believe, I almost regret I told my mom, because she just made me scared, because she said, "Oh, you know what? I heard a lot of story Filipina uh, found in the hotels dead." And I was like, "Oh my god, maybe it will happen to me." So I was really scared, and until we almost there in our schedule, and I said to myself, "You know what? I'm gonna bring someone. I'm gonna test him. That I'm gonna bring someone with me. If he allows me to bring someone with me, that means he's not a killer or something. Or if he is going to, because I had this rule: if this foreigner is going to wants to ask me to sleep with him in our first or second or third meet, I believe that this foreigners just want to have fun like that. So that was a test, and glad that he allows me to bring someone with me. And our first meeting was almost fail, almost, but we made it, because I was a nanny, and I can't just, I was stay in, and I can't just go out anytime I want. I had to, choose a time that we are home and the baby is asleep. So we had a schedule at 7 p.m. to have dinner. I believe it was inside in the Robinson. And yeah, I was out until 9 p.m. My boss went somewhere, and we got home really late. And as soon as we get home, I contact Gary right away. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't expect my boss would take me somewhere, and we get home really late." And he almost doesn't want to meet me. He said, "We're just schedule it next time," and something like that. And I said, "You know what? I'm really looking forward to see you, and I really want to meet you now," and all that. And I was begging, and until Gary said, "Okay, I'll give you a chance." Okay, so we met like 10 p.m. And yeah, I was with my chaperone, so we just went for walk and talk, and also our chaperone is following us everywhere. Yeah, so that was our first meeting, and I was like already look, I already have like I was happy because our first meeting went through good. And I was already thinking, this guy, he is good. He's not just attractive, he sounds really, he was also sharing about his belief and all that. So our second meeting, he's the one who offered to bring someone with me this time. I was just okay to meet him by myself, but he said, maybe we'll go for dinner with your chaperone. So we went for dinner, and that went well also. We had a conversation, good conversation, and the next meeting, our next meeting was just me and him. We went to a coffee shop, and that's where I started sharing more about my experience. Especially, I remember sharing my experience with blessed father, how he passed away and all that. I can't believe how I managed to explain all that because my English, oh gosh. And also when someone's around us, I am so shy to speak English because here in the Philippines, guys, if your English is wrong, people will make fun of you and laugh at you. Our first and second and third meeting was went well until our fourth one was, oh my gosh. We had this meet. Gary went to China, and is about to fly to Philippines just to see me, and I was ready because I already prepared myself. I went to Rebond because I already know I like him, and I went to a salon to fix my hair straight, and I improved my English a little bit. I do research a lot, uh, and oh my gosh, some things happened. My boss just booked a hotel to go to Batangas. We stayed there for 3 nights, and I was so disappointed and can't believe I can't believe that happened. And Gary was so disappointed. And Gary told me that he almost gave up that time. He said maybe I was just playing with him and all that. I was so glad Gary was really patient with me that time. And until we get back to Manila from Batangas, and I believe that was December, and we had a chance to see each other again. In that time, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do, and I have to do something if I'm gonna continue my job being a nanny. I'm gonna lose Gary. I'm gonna lose this guy, and I had to do something. And I was already sure about Gary that he really likes me, and I like him too. And I take the rest. I quit my job as a nanny, and I'm glad he allowed me to quit. And that's before he fly to USA. By the way, he's about to fly to USA to take care of his health for 3 weeks. And yeah, I quit my job and I start working just in Las Peñas. So it was also good because I can be close to my daughter, and it wasn't stay in, so I can go home. It was only like 6 hours of work, so I had more time to spend for Gary, so online, because he was in USA that time. So anyway, when he fly to USA, that's where we realized that we really miss each other, and that's where we fall in love. I think when he was in USA, and he was there for 3 weeks. It feels for us, it feels like 3 months. It was like a long time because we're really looking forward to see each other, to be with each other again. And yeah, that was it start. And we do video call a lot. I, you know what, my job as a waitress, I end up uh, being fired because when Gary get back to the Philippines again, we spend a lot of time. And yeah, we want to travel with me. We went to Cebu, spend time there, and I end up, we fall in love, and we decided to live together. And after a few months of being together, we decided to move less to our apartment. And I'm so glad that he was really being patient with my daughter. They end up being so close, and they become more closer. He become close to Bless than I do, my God. And yeah, things went so well. And get pregnant. I tell you, I get pregnant really quickly, and until I give birth, my first pregnancy, I was really praying. As I mentioned earlier, I was so like heartbreaking for me to see a couple going to check up doctor with their partner, and me, I'm just doing myself. You know what, it's like a dream come true for me, because since I get pregnant to Gracie, Gary is just, he never missed anything. I mean, he missed that when I found out I was pregnant, because he was in USA that time. When I found out I was pregnant, I did a pregnancy test, and he wasn't there next to me. But my first checkup until I gave birth, he was next to me. He was so good, and until now, I tell you what, since January 2020, now Gary never lives next to me. He was with us, and I know things will change pretty soon. I think it is because to COVID, he can't go to China and all that. So, but yeah, for 3 years we sleep together, like wake up every day for 3 years, guys. Imagine that. So anyway, I know there's a lot of Filipina that are dreaming to find their dream man that would accept, or especially single mom that would accept their child or children. Just keep praying. I know that God will provide. I know that was my dream when I was a single mom. Every single mom, I think that's your dream, to treat the kids right, accept them, and all. And just keep praying, because God will hear your prayers. And if you're genuine, and if you have a good intention, it doesn't matter, guys, if it's what nationality the guy is. If he's from other country, like, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a Filipino, if this Filipino is willing to accept your child, give it a chance. I mean, go for it. If he will treat you good, will accept your child, so why not? So anyway, that was our love story. And me and Gary been together for over 4 years now. And we've been married for 2.5 years. And we got two kids now. And oh my God, it's amazing. I mean, I look back and I can't believe, I'm so blessed to have my family. I'm so blessed. I'm always thankful. Every day I'm thankful to God that He provide me a wonderful husband. I mean, I'm so blessed. Gary, he is the best husband. He's the best father for our kids. I mean, I never known anyone that loves their kids like Gary does. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it. He's really protective to our kids. So anyway, I say enough. I think that was our love story. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and look for our wedding video. Actually, I forget to mention, we are going to get married. Proper wedding, because we get married online 2.5 years ago because due to COVID. So we just took a chance. We get married online, and this time we want to do it in a proper way, like with a pastor. We want our friends and family to witness it. And yeah, we're going to do a video. Actually, we're not doing the video. We want to hire someone to do it with us, because we want to enjoy our moment. So anyway, guys, look for it. And I hope you had a great day or great night. Thank you so much for wasting your time watching, giving a time to watch this video. I hope you guys understand my English or understand my story. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Stay safe.